What if the most dangerous threat to your online security wasn't even online? What if it looked like a toy, a flash drive, a pen? These aren't props from a spy thriller. These are real hacker gadgets being used in airports, cafes, and even inside office buildings right now. And today, we're showing you exactly how they work. Welcome back to the dark underworld of cybersecurity, where breaches don't always happen through phishing emails or brute force attacks, but through silent gadgets hidden in plain sight. In our last video, we revealed the top 10 dangerous hacker gadgets you should know about. But now, we're going one layer deeper, because understanding what these tools do is just the beginning. Today, we're revealing how they work. From manipulating Wi-Fi signals to intercepting encrypted text, we're breaking down the mechanics behind these devices, the tech that makes them so lethal, and the real scenarios where they're deployed. By the end of this video, you won't just know what these gadgets are, you'll know how they breach your network, steal your data, and bypass your defenses without you ever noticing. And there's one tool on this list that literally rewrites your device's identity without touching the hard drive. Let's start with a tool that has fooled even seasoned tech professionals: Wi-Fi Pineapple. At first glance, it looks like a small router, but its power lies in its ability to impersonate trusted networks. Here's how it works. The device broadcasts SSIDs, network names, that mimic public Wi-Fi like Starbucks Wi-Fi or Airport Freenet. Your phone, remembering that network from a previous session, automatically connects without asking you. From there, the attacker can perform a man-in-the-middle MITM attack, intercepting every packet of data you send or receive, logins, passwords, and even encrypted credentials. They can redirect you to fake login portals. And since HTTPS can be spoofed using SSL stripping, even secure connections aren't safe. How it really works: the Pineapple runs on modified OpenWRT firmware with tools like DANS spoof, EtherCap, and SSL strip. It exploits a device's trust in remembered Wi-Fi networks using Karma mode, which aggressively responds to probe requests sent by nearby devices. Next up is a tool that pretends to be a keyboard and types faster than any human ever could. The USB Rubber Ducky doesn't infect your system like malware. It uses your own operating system against you. The second you plug it in, it's recognized as a keyboard. No antivirus scan, no warning. Then it runs a pre-written payload, maybe opening the command prompt, downloading malware, or creating a new admin user at lightning speed. Behind the scenes, the Ducky uses a microcontroller programmed with DuckyScript, which allows attackers to customize commands. The OS can't distinguish it from a real keyboard. This allows the attacker to exploit trusted device interfaces. It's tiny, it has a pixelated dolphin, and it's the most terrifying tool on this list. The Flipper Zero works by emulating multiple interfaces: RFID, NFC, Bluetooth Low Energy, infrared, GPIO, and even one-wire systems. Think of it like a universal key, and then some. It can clone RFID entry badges, spoof NFC devices, or send out raw radio signals to control garage doors, TVs, or hotel locks. Here's how. It uses a 125 kHz RFID antenna, a 13.56 MHz NFC chip, and sub-gigahertz transceivers for radio replay. It's all programmable via open-source firmware, making it accessible even to amateurs, and yes, it supports Wi-Fi sniffing add-ons too. The LAN Turtle might look like a cheap USB to Ethernet adapter, but once plugged into a network port, it opens a covert backdoor. It runs a custom Linux OS and can quietly tunnel out using reverse SSH, giving a hacker remote access to your corporate intranet without opening any firewall ports. How it works: it establishes a connection to a command and control server using DNS tunneling or HTTPS to blend with normal traffic. Admins may not notice it for weeks or months. You walk through a crowd, you feel nothing, hear nothing, but your access badge has just been cloned. RFID cloners work by transmitting a signal to activate passive tags, then reading the returned signal. Devices like the Proxmark 3 or Flipper Zero can then emulate the stolen ID, gaining access to secured areas. And with NFC smartphones now supporting card emulation modes, these attacks are more common than ever. A hardware keylogger sits between your keyboard and computer, silently recording every keystroke. No drivers, no software. Completely undetectable. How it works: these devices capture keyboard signals at the USB level, buffering data into internal memory. Some models come with Wi-Fi or GSM modules to exfiltrate logs in real time. In advanced setups, they even encrypt the stored keystrokes. making forensic recovery difficult without the proper decryption key. What makes the Bash Bunny more powerful than the Rubber Ducky is its ability to adapt to the host system. Once inserted, it checks if the system is Windows, macOS, or Linux and executes tailored scripts accordingly. It can launch multi-stage payloads. Phase 1 downloads credentials. Phase 2 installs a remote access tool. Phase 3 wipes traces of itself. Under the hood, it runs on a full Debian OS and supports payload chaining, delays, and attack triggers. It has 2 USB interfaces, one for attack and one for storage or feedback. It's like having a miniature hacker in a box. These devices, like IMSI catchers, mimic cell towers and force your phone to connect to them, instead of legitimate networks. The result? Attackers can intercept calls, SMS messages, and even real-time locations. Some models downgrade 4G LTE to 2G, stripping away encryption. Others run man-in-the-middle attacks that relay messages to and from the real tower, silently eavesdropping. Technically, they exploit the lack of mutual authentication in GSM protocols. Your phone doesn't verify tower legitimacy. It just connects to the strongest signal. Quick question. If someone stole your phone right now, could they access your two-factor authentication codes? Most of us rely on text messages for two-factor authentication. But devices like GSM interceptors make that protection meaningless. Comment below, what's your 2FA method and do you trust it? Unlike active intrusions, packet sniffers don't inject or modify data. They just listen. Devices like the Wireshark Pi or Packet Squirrel capture all unencrypted traffic, web pages, logins, API calls, and log them for analysis. On unencrypted networks, they're lethal. How it works. Sniffers operate in promiscuous mode, capturing all packets that pass through a network interface. When left in public or semi-private areas, they become silent spies gathering mountains of data. It records, it writes, it betrays. Camera pens are often used in social engineering attacks, left on desks, used in meetings, or deployed during internal investigations. Technically, they include microlenses, motion-activated triggers, and internal flash storage. Some models stream video via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. In meetings, they silently record NDAs, passwords written on notepads, or badge IDs flashed for access. It's not just about stealing data, it's about stealing context. There's one more device you need to know about because it doesn't just spoof, listen, or record. It mimics your identity entirely. Meet the Evil Portal Toolkit, a software payload often deployed via Wi-Fi Pineapple or Flipper Zero add-ons. It clones login portals, your school, work, or hotel Wi-Fi login pages, and injects them into fake networks. Users enter real credential, and hackers get a perfect copy. But here's the kicker. It can also rewrite MAC addresses, spoof DNS records, and bypass captive portals, making it look like your device is logged in when it's already compromised. In essence, your phone or laptop becomes a puppet and the hacker pulls the strings. Conclusion: how to protect yourself. These tools work not because they're complex, but because we trust the technology around us. We trust our Wi-Fi, our USB ports, our keyboard, our phone signal, and that trust, that's the real vulnerability. But awareness is your first defense. Know that public Wi-Fi can be hijacked, those USB ports are not innocent, that even your RFID badge can betray you. If this video taught you something new, drop a like, it helps more people stay protected. Subscribe for the next deep dive. We're uncovering how AI is now being used to automate cyber attacks in ways we've never seen before. And leave a comment. Which of these devices shocked you the most? Stay safe, stay smart, and always, always question what you plug into your world.